end of our last rehearsal before our final production in 2 weeks' time. How do you think it went?
It went very, very productive, I must say. It was a very, very good session. Kind of was very concentrated on the actors and kind of the movement, just so everything kind of flows. So when we come into it in the final week, everyone knows exactly where they're going and what they're doing. But yeah, I would say a very, very productive session.
Yeah. Do you think we're ready for 14 days' time?
Nah, I'm joking. Nah, I think we are. I think now we're ready. I think we've just hit the final nail on the head, and I think we're ready now. It's just all about just banging out the rehearsals on the day with the costume, the new set. Yeah, that's about it. I think we're ready.
What's the process you're going to take now? What are you going to do in between now?
Well, now until then, I've probably got to do quite a bit of camera scripting. I'm predicting about 20 hours plus of just writing down the exact movement, writing down the movement for the camera so the cameras know exactly where they're going, and have everything on a piece of paper. So when it comes to the day, there's not much question from me. People will have it documented for what they do. Because when it comes to the actual day of the shoot, I do very little. My work is before the shoot. On the day of the shoot, I do very little. Everyone should know what they're doing. But for kind of reference, there's a documented script that they need. So the cameras will have script, the actors will have the acting script, the vision mixer will have a camera script as well.
Yeah. As purely from the role of director, I know you've directed before, but how do you think you've developed purely as a director from the day we started a few weeks ago until now?
This by far is the most difficult, challenging thing I've ever done. So in terms of development, I think I've developed a whole lot. And in terms of, I would say it lets me know how much work there really is into directing, because I want to get into directing obviously when I get older, and it's not just point and shoot, which I always knew, and there was always reasoning for everything I did. But in terms of developing now, is terms of that stage of really perfecting the craft, and this is the trickiest bit. This is like really, really where I've had to put a lot of work in, and I think I've developed into a much better director. I still wouldn't say I'm nowhere near where I need to be when I leave, but I've learned a lot over the last couple of weeks, definitely.